If you've clicked on this video, then you already know that the problems in education are in the spotlight. And you also know that opinions regarding these problems are varied and that emotions are running just a little hot.
Only 17% of charter schools outperform regular public schools. They are not a silver bullet, and testing is not an accurate indicator of teacher effectiveness. It does not take other variables into account.
Teachers do not want to be held accountable. That is why they are so against testing and school choice. There should be no guaranteed lifetime employment for bad teachers.
Tenure only means due process, no matter how many times the corporate deformers distort the truth. The Billionaire Boys Club wants to privatize public education. They only care about profits.
Teachers' unions only care about their own entrenched interests.
Market-based solutions are destroying the nation. We do not need the same failed policies ruining our schools.
Clinging to the status quo is insane. We need innovative solutions, not the same failed policies that have gotten us into this mess. You are nothing but a shill for the unions. There is no way to talk to you because you don't listen to reason.
You are nothing but a corporate tool. You are impossible because you just don't listen to the facts.
Despite these differences, one thing that virtually all the discussion and proposed solutions have in common is the focus on the delivery aspect of the equation, what to provide for the students.
Well, thank you for the penetrating analysis, Captain Obvious.
It's all about delivering the best education to our kids. Even if we disagree on what to do, at least we agree on how important a quality education is.
These delivery aspects are critical, and of course they must be addressed. However, there's something missing in all of the discussion, and that's the students.
How can he say that? Everything is for the benefit of the students.
Tell me about it. The kids are the future, and we must do everything possible to ensure that they are prepared for it.
Or, to be more precise, the students' ability to receive whatever education is being delivered to them. Now, for all of the varying opinion, one thing that virtually everybody in education agrees on is that student readiness is vital, and that a student who is willing to work and ready to learn has a far greater chance of succeeding than one who is not.
He is right. Students need to be willing to work if they are going to be productive members of the workforce.
It isn't about being good little worker bees or corporate drones. It's about encouraging kids to become lifelong learners with rich and fulfilling lives.
You are out of your mind. We must have more emphasis on science and math.
You have no heart or soul. We need to refocus on emphasizing art and literature.
But this student readiness component is essentially being ignored. And regardless of what is happening on the educational front, what isn't happening is of equal importance, because unless the student readiness issue is addressed as well, none of the proposed delivery solutions will be nearly as effective as they could be. In short, it doesn't matter what we throw at them if the kids don't catch it. It's just like in football. The quarterback's job is to deliver the ball, but that's all he can do. In order for the play to be successful, it's up to the receiver to catch the ball. It doesn't matter how good the blocking is, how well executed the offensive scheme, or how fine the throw. If the receiver drops the ball, no touchdown. Now, as any teacher knows, it's the same in the schools. It doesn't matter how well planned a lesson is, how varied or how pedagogically sound, if the student drops the ball. In order for education to be successful, it must be received. And by all accounts, that just isn't happening as well as it could be, should be, or would be, if only
the teacher unions would stop trying to stop any reform efforts.
If only the hedge fund managers would keep their greedy fingers out of our schools.
If only parents would teach their kids to value education.
If only the government would do more to combat the problems of generational poverty.
One of the more depressing aspects of the current debate is the never-ending blame game and middle finger pointing being waged by virtually all factions. But achieving the possible isn't about blame. It's simply about teaching kids to catch. Now, there may be myriad reasons why they're having difficulty in catching, but this isn't about blaming them. It's also not about blaming their teachers, or blaming their parents, or blaming the ills of society. Instead, it's about teaching them to be willing to work and ready to learn, because that's a basic requirement for succeeding in any domain.